Groucho Marx. In You Bet Your Life.
Groucho sent me to see the new DeSoto.
Groucho sent me, and I love to drive this car. It's long and low and roomier, so handsome you can see.
It's powerful, and I'm so glad that Groucho sent me. Listen to him when you hear Groucho say,
go drive the new DeSoto at DeSoto Plymouth dealers today. Here I am again with $2,000 for one of our couples. If any of them say the secret word, this moth-eaten duck will fly down and pay him $100. The word tonight is food. Scram. Arrivederci. George, proceed.
Well, Groucho, we have a couple of young single people for you tonight, and their names are Miss Barbara Schmidt and Mr. Mario DeRay. So would you come in, please, folks, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealer. Say the secret word and you'll divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Barbara Schmidt and Mario Do-Re-Mi, A. Which one is Barbara? Oh,
I am.
That's your Barbara. That's about the silliest question I guess I've ever asked on this show. How old are you, Barbara?
I'm 18.
18, huh? A lovely age for a girl. In fact, it's a lovely age for a woman of 40. You're not married, are you, Barbara?
No, I'm not.
You're not. Are you engaged?
No,
Completely free agent?
I'm completely unattached.
Is that so? You mean your zipper's broken? Well, something's holding you together, and I wish it was me. Where are you from originally? Heaven?
Originally, I'm from Albany, New York.
Albany, huh?
Yes, and now I live in Pasadena.
Oh. Well, tell me, do you go to school, or do you have a job, or are you self-sustaining or self-supporting, or what?
No, I go to school. I go to UCLA, and I'm majoring in English.
Oh, that's pretty good. Do you speak it at all? Well, why did you come to California to learn English? Don't they speak English in Albany?
Yes, well, I prefer the climate here in California.
Oh. Mario, is that your name?
Mario, yeah.
Mario. You're not Mario Lanza, are you?
No, I'm Mario DeRay.
Are you related to Mario Lanza?
No, but Al DeRay is my brother.
He's related to Mario Lanza?
No, he's my brother.
Your brother is Aldo Ray?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You're very lucky. Now then, who is Aldo Ray?
He's a movie star.
He's a movie star? Oh, movie star. The only movie star I know is Francis X. Bushman. You're a pretty big brute, Mario, aren't you?
I'm big, yes.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't play football. Why is that?
I do play football. I play for the University of Southern California. I played there for 3 years now.
You play with USC? That's just what I said. I'm surprised you don't play football. You hate USC, Bob?
I don't hate it,
No.
but I'm for UCLA.
So am I. Only in the last 5 minutes. Up to now, I was a fan of Rutgers. Now, Barbara, I imagine life must be interesting for a pretty girl in college. I've never been a pretty girl in college, but I'm only guessing. Now, I wasn't even a pretty girl in high school. Does anything exciting ever happen to you, Barbara?
The most exciting thing that ever happened to me was I was chosen the 1954 Rose Queen, Pasadena.
Oh, you were Queen of the Roses,
Yes.
huh? Oh, that's a very high honor. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Barbara. Pretty tough competition.
Yes, there was quite a bit.
Well, enough. Let's get down to brass tacks. We've had enough of this historical stuff. Mario, will you marry this girl?
No, I can't.
You can?
I'm going steady right now.
Well, call her up and tell her you're going to marry Barbara. She'll understand. Women are very understanding that way. Well, say, your girl must be quite a dish, Mario, if you'll turn down the Rose Queen for her. How did you meet your inamorata?
Well, I met her about 2 years ago at a dance, and I liked her, so a couple of weeks later I asked her out, and that's it. We've been going out ever since.
If you were so crazy about it, why did you wait 2 weeks? Were you saving up a dime for the phone?
I was busy doing other things.
Other things? My boy, take it from an old hand in these matters. There are no other things. Well, where's this Dazzler? Is she out front here tonight? Is she with you?
No, she's in Pinole, California. That's about 400 miles north of L.A. And
She's 400 miles from here?
Yeah. She's a secretary for the district attorney up there.
Oh, that's bad. You mean your girl is 400 miles away and you turned down a date with probably the most beautiful girl in America who is standing right next to you?
I have to, I guess. No choice.
You know, that's like living in Las Vegas and going all the way to Cedar Rapids just to play bingo in a church bazaar. Well, you're an attractive couple, and Mario, if you're smart, you'll marry this girl as soon as she can support you. I forgot to ask you one question. Do you have a fella?
No.
Or did I ask you?
No,
Why
you
not?
Well, I have many fellows.
Oh. Oh, I see. All right, let's play you bet your life. I had a fellow wanted to meet you. It was me. You both know the rules of this swindle? This game? You selected the musical category. These are all top tunes of the last 20 years. And Fenneman, just keep looking right here. Huh? Okay, now what do you want to start with? 10, 20, all the way to 100. 50?
70, I think it's 70.
70?
70.
Okay, this song is from the score of the musical Knickerbocker Holiday. Now, you give me the title.
September song.
September song is absolutely all right.
And you're off to a good start. You have $170.
Now, what are you going to take a fling at?
75 or 80 or 80? We'll go 80.
80.
$80. Sammy Kahn and Julie Stein wrote this song about 10 years ago. What's the name of it? Play it.
Let it snow, let it snow.
That's right. Let It Snow is right.
Now have $250.
What are you going to go for now?
90? We'll go for 90.
90. This song was a big hit a few years ago. Let's see if you can identify it.
Wish You Were Here?
Wish You Were Here is right.
You now have $340.
Last chance to beat the other couples. What are you going to go for?
We'll go $100.
$100. This song was written by Rodgers and Hammerstein. What is the title of it? Play it, Jack.
Hello, Young Lovers? Hello, Young Lovers?
That's right. Now give him a big kiss.
And you wind up with $440.
There goes that girl and the district attorney and everything else. Well, thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Groucho sent me to see the new DeSoto.
Groucho sent us and we want to drive this car.
Oh, what a thrill you're going to feel when you're behind the wheel. DeSoto is the smartest car, smartest of the smart cars.
It's so stylish and now as Groucho says,
Let's drive the new DeSoto at DeSoto Plymouth dealers today.
From every angle. From here, or from here. DeSoto is smart. DeSoto is the car that makes people stop and look. The car you'll be proud to have standing in front of your house. It's smart to own, the smartest of the smart cars. Here is DeSoto's smart double cockpit instrument panel with a new flight control lever, convenient, but out of your way because it's used so seldom. And outside, accenting the forward look, is the dramatic slash of color we call a color sweep. It's beautiful styling like this that makes the new DeSoto the smartest of the smart cars. Drive a DeSoto before you decide.
Go drive the new DeSoto at DeSoto Plymouth dealers today.
Groucho, we have a man with an unusual occupation for you. He's Mr. Vern Lucius Cameron. His partner is a housewife. She's Mrs. Mariana Ehrlich. So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Mrs. Mariana Ehrlich and Mr. Vern Lucius Cameron. A couple of pretty fancy monikers there. Mariana, where are you from?
I am originally from Czechoslovakia, and I came over friends in Portugal to the United States.
You came with a friend from Portugal to the United States?
I came with my best friend, my husband.
Your best friend is your husband?
Uh-huh.
Well, that may be true in Czechoslovakia, but... Whereabouts behind the Iron Curtain did you come from?
Prague, Czechoslovakia.
Prague, huh? You were poor but Prague at the time, huh? Could you give us some idea of your age, Mariana?
I'd rather skip that question.
You'd rather skip it? Well, skip around here and then give us your age.
I heard once Luella Parsons said that a girl who tells her age is liable to tell anything.
Well, I expect to learn many other things out of you before we're through. You're Jules Vern Lucius Cameron.
I was named after Jules Verne.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And
He was named first, and I was named after.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Where are you from, Vern?
I was born in Sioux City, Iowa. And
Oh, that's where all the lawyers come from, isn't it?
Is it? I didn't know that.
Well, the Sioux City, I imagine that's where.
Oh, I see. Well, I spent 3 years in Iowa, 3 years in Kansas, and then spent most of my boyhood in Oklahoma.
What sort of work do you do?
Groucho, I'm a hydrologist.
You mean you eat only vegetables? What is
A hydrologist is a man who locates, or a woman who locates underground liquids, oil or water.
You mean like a bootlegger?
Yes, if they're underground.
Well, how do you go about finding water?
Well, I have instruments that I developed over a period of 32 years of locating wells.
What makes this thing work?
It takes on a charge from the electrical aura around the body, and this positive charge causes it to become attracted to the negative charge coming up by reflection from underground water.
Well, you lost me quite some time ago. Well, have you ever found any wells for people?
Yes, sir. I've located thousands of them. I don't know how many thousands.
Well, how much do you charge for finding water? A cent a gallon?
Well, the price ranges from $25 to $100
$100?
per well, or $100 a day flat rate.
$100 a day?
Yes, sir.
Well, you must be finding water because you're certainly soaking somebody.
That's right.
I'd like to go on talking to you two, but the time has come to play You Bet Your Life.
In the race for the $2,000, the first couple won $440, and the secret word is food.
I'm sure you're familiar with this game. I don't have to explain
Yes, sir.
it to
I've
you.
watched it many,
This
many
is a
times.
spelling quiz. This is an old-fashioned spelling bee. You get only one chance at the correct spelling and only one answer between you. I want you to spell the word and then pronounce it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Spell it and then pronounce it. All right, what do you start with? 10, 20, 50, all the way to 100.
70?
70 suits me.
70 suits me, too. All right, spell the word lieutenant, meaning an officer in military service.
Lieutenant.
Right.
This kid's from Czechoslovakia, yeah. Imagine.
Now have $170.
What are you going to go for?
80? 80 with you, okay?
Right. Sure.
Spell the word aluminum, meaning a light silver-white metal. Metal.
A-L-U-M-I-N... a moment. Aluminum. L-A-L-U-M-I-N-U-N.
That's right.
Right.
You now have $250.
You went to night school, huh?
I did. I went to night school.
And day school, I think.
I know how to spell better than to pronounce.
90.
Well, spell the word fictitious, meaning not real, counterfeit, not genuine.
F-I-C...
T-I...
T-O-U-S.
No, I-O-U-S. F-I-C-T-I-T-I-O-U-S.
F-I-C...
T-I-T-I-O-U-S.
All right, now.
I-O-U-S.
Decide one answer between you now. What are you going to say?
It's I-O-U-S, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
All right, then you spell it.
F-I-C-T-I-T-I-O-U-S. Fictitious.
That's right. That's right.
You now have $340.
Some illiterate in the front row is hollering you are wrong.
I trust
There's your last chance to beat the other couples. What are you going to go for?
100. 100
Is that all right with you?
That's right.
All right. Spell the word penitentiary, meaning a state or federal prison.
P-E-N-I-T-I-E-N.
No. Penitentiary. P-E-N-I.
No, P-E. Yes, that's right. P-E-N-I-T-E-N.
All right, come on now.
T-I-A-R-Y. That's right.
Now spell it. One of you spell it.
P-E-N-I-T-E-N-T-I-A-R-Y.
That is right.
And you win all the way. You wind up with $440.
Well, thanks and good luck to the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Thank you so much.
Roger, we invited some girls who worked for an aircraft plant to our factory tonight. And just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected June French to be on the show. And her partner is Mr. Albert Hall. So, folks, would you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Mr. Albert Hall and June French. June, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. What's your hometown?
Mineola, Texas.
Mineola, Texas? Is there a town named Mineola?
Yes, sir.
Where is that near?
Oh, it's about 80 miles east of Dallas.
Well, how far is that from Neiman Marcus?
That is Neiman Marcus.
Oh. Are you married?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Well, you're pretty young to be married, aren't you?
I've been married 6 years.
You were married when you were 15?
Yes.
Boy, they catch them early down there, don't they?
No, I caught him early.
Oh. Well, at least you're honest enough to admit it. Most women are not. Mr. Hall, where are you from?
Originally from Kansas, born in Kansas. Farm.
Well, you don't have to get angry about it.
It's kind of tough out there.
This guy's trying to hypnotize me. I'm afraid to ask him any more questions. Did you grow up on a farm in Kansas? Did you grow up on a farm back there in Kansas?
No, I left when I was 10 years old.
Uh-huh. Your name is Albert Hall?
Yes.
Well, that's in London. Isn't that where the musicians play in the concerts?
Oh, yes.
Did you know that? Were you named after that place?
Evidently. I didn't select the name.
Oh. You think I have such a soft job up here, huh? It's the last time I come down here without my blackjack. Where did you go when you left the farm?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
What were you doing there?
Well, I went to school there. And when I quit school, I got a job on the Nebraska State Journal as a printer's devil.
Will you ask him the next question? You were apprentice devil. Well, why did you get fired? Maybe you weren't the type, huh?
I didn't get fired.
Oh. Al, are you married?
Oh, yes.
You are, huh? How long you been married, Al?
42 years.
Is your wife out here with you?
Yes, she's in the audience.
Oh. Well, what sort of work have you been doing lately?
Well,
homicide?
I came to Seattle and I got a job on the Seattle
You imagine if he doesn't win any money here, what's going to happen to me? I'm leaving long before that. You say you went to Seattle and you got a job on the paper?
Seattle Times in the composing room.
I see. And how long were you there?
15 years.
Maybe I can out-frighten them. Boy, would he fit in all of Dickens' stories, huh? Well, June, what kind of work do you do?
I'm a
I
messenger.
feel safer in asking you. You're a messenger? Well, what do you do as a messenger? Do you deliver messages?
No, I deliver blueprints and supplies and food or anything else the engineers want.
Oh, wait a minute. You said food, so you and Gargantua each get $50. All right, beat it, Doc. Now, who do you deliver these things to?
To the engineers.
Uh-huh. Well, how are you dressed? Do you wear this kind of an outfit?
Well, yes, skirts, blouses, sweaters.
Uh-huh. You know, better be careful. You know, I know something about engineers. They all have plans of their own, you know. Do these engineers? Maybe I can charm them. Mr. Hall, I am reluctant to do this, but let's get back to you. What are you doing in Hollywood, and who are you frightening? What are you doing here at present, Mr. Hall?
Well, things got tough up in the mountains, no money. I came to Hollywood to find out how they make money.
Well, how do they make money?
I walk up and down Hollywood Boulevard, and I come to the conclusion that 50% of them there are on relief. And then I think the other 40% are going around to these banks and loan companies. There's 3 or 4 in every box.
I think you've got something there. Now, have you decided on the type of work that you'd like to do in Hollywood? What would you like to do, Al, as long as you're out here now? You're not doing anything.
Well, what you're doing there looks kind of soft.
Well, it is, but I don't want it to get around, that's all. I guess the jig is up. Well, Al, the time is up for loose chatter. Now, let's play You Bet Your Life.
In the race for the $2,000, the first 2 couples are tied with $440.
You both understand the rules of the game. Now, you select the geography. And remember, the more the question is worth, the harder it is.
Whatever you say. All right.
How much?
She says 100.
100. Okay. What country is separated by 1,000 miles of the Republic of India?
Pakistan.
Pakistan is right.
Well, you're off to a good start. You now have $200.
Now, just so we don't have any confusion, on the next questions, consult before you answer, because he might have said something else, and you wouldn't have won the money. All right, what are you going to go for now? $90. Now, one answer. What great river is sacred to the Hindus? It empties into the Bay of Bengal.
Ganges.
Ganges is right.
All right, you now have $290.
Hey, you're pretty lucky to have a gal like that with you.
Ain't I always been lucky all my life, Groucho.
I'm glad to hear that, Al. Now, what are you going to go for?
80.
Yeah, that's
80.
The city of Buffalo, New York, is located on which of the Great Lakes?
Erie.
Lake Erie is right. What happened to that talk I gave you?
You now have $370.
Now, what are you going to go for? This is your last chance to beat the other couple. $70. What is the largest city in Finland? It is also the capital. Now, one answer. Talk it over first.
Helsinki.
Helsinki?
That's right. Helsinki. It's a big hit, you know.
And you'll wind up with $440. And that means that all three of our couples
Everybody
tonight...
married in this show, if they're married or not, it doesn't make any difference.
That means that all three of our couples tonight, in just 1 minute, will get the chance of the DeSoto Plymouth $2,000 question. Everybody tie. Now, I have a question for you, and it's a very important one. Is your car safe to drive? Can you see safely? Can you steer safely? Can you stop safely? Well, if you're not absolutely sure, take your car to your DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow. You make certain your car is a safe car. You'll make an expert check of your brakes, tires, headlights, taillights, steering, and all other important safety features. He'll make sure your car is safe and dependable and tell you if you need any adjustments or repairs. And if you do, he'll make them quickly and at a reasonable cost. His technicians are specially trained, and they use the very latest equipment and factory-approved methods. They'll make your car a safe car, from headlights that enable you to see clearly at night to taillights that enable other drivers to see you. Everything that's important to your safety will be put in tip-top condition, and it won't take long. In a short time, your DeSoto Plymouth dealer will make your car a safe car, and at a reasonable cost. No matter what make of car you drive, visit your DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow. Make sure your car is a safe car. Well, Groucho, here are the three couples all tied for the DeSoto Plymouth $2,000 question. We've given them little slips of paper. They'll write down one answer between them, and if they all get it right, we'll split the money among all of them.
For $2,000, what was the name of the famous English jurist whose commentaries are fundamental in any study of English law?
Some famous Englishman way back.
All right, what are the answers?
Mr. DeRay?
Barbara Schmidt and Mario Doray's answer is nothing. June French and Al Hall's answer is nothing. Mariana Ehrlich and Vane Cameron's answer is also nothing. This one has got Hoyle, but that's wrong. It's Sir William Blackstone, a very famous name in the history of jurisprudence. I'm sorry you all lost. That means the big question next week will be worth $2,500. Well, they lost the big money, but they all did pretty well in the quiz, didn't they, George?
Yes, all the way.
How much did they each win?
Each couple won $440.
Well, congratulations to all of you and to all of our contestants on the show tonight, and to both of you and to everybody else. Friends, go in to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow. And when you do, tell him Groucho sent you.
Be sure to tune in next week, same time, same station, for Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life on television. On radio every Wednesday night. And don't miss the big Chrysler Corporation TV show each week on another network. This is George Fenneman signing off with a message from the National Safety Council. The month of May has been designated as National Car Safety Check Month. To check accidents, take your car in for a safety check without delay.